signing of petroleum industry bill into law, passed vote of confidence on President Muhammadu Buhari. Plans to decisively end security challenges as security chiefs interface with President Buhari this Thursday. Enhancing infrastructural development in Nigeria, Voice of Nigeria partners Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. Details shortly. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Udwak Etam. President Muhammadu Buhari will on Thursday meet with security chiefs at the Presidential Villa Abuja. The security forces in the past few weeks have taken the battle more robustly to insurgents, bandits, and all other criminals troubling the country, and they are now surrendering in droves. The president will be brought up to speak on development, while plans to bring a decisive end to the challenges will be formulated. This is contained in a statement from Femi Adesina, Special Advisor to the President's Media and Publicity. There is hope for the growth of the oil and gas sector in the country with the recent signing into law of the Petroleum Industry Bill, which is expected to create stability in the oil industry. Nigerians in Calabar, while reacting to President Muhammadu Buhari's assent of the bill, described it as a welcome development, noting that strategic implementation is key to its success. Nkoyo Etam has details of that report.
The new law has ended decades of uncertainty concerning the future of Nigeria's oil and gas sector as it opens a new phase of wider opportunities in the oil and gas industry. With the recent signing of the Petroleum Industry Bill into law, Nigerians says it will create a new business horizon built on healthy legal frameworks that will push the boundaries of reforms in the sector with realistic optimism for inflow of investment, revenue growth, and job opportunities.
For me, it's good and it is bad. Good in the sense that this administration has passed it, but bad in the sense that some features in there will not be favorable to the citizenry in the very near future.
We have is that our leaders are too greedy, that when this thing comes, because they don't face the consequences, so it always at the detriment of the common man. We are the ones suffering it. But if only they will follow it and do, the problem of our country is implementation.
While congratulating President Buhari and the National Assembly for the passage of the Petroleum Industry Bill and its accents, Nigerians says that the implementation strategy is important.
I feel it is a good one, and it takes courage from Mr. President to sign it. It's something that has been on the pipeline for so many years. It has to do with the transparency of the petroleum industry, the transparency in the way of doing things, and the transparency in sharing formulas to the host communities.
Nigerians now look forward to the federal government's active role to design a new future for Nigeria's oil and gas industry under the new Petroleum Industry Act. In Calabar, Nkoyo Etam, NTA News.
To further stimulate the economy and improve the living standard of people affected by COVID-19 pandemic, the federal government has launched the Survival Fund program. Chika Okorie reports that the beneficiaries have received their business certificate in Ebonyi State.
Due to the challenging effects of COVID-19 pandemic earlier this year, the federal government flagged off the Survival Fund program, which is part of the Economic Sustainability Plan to keep afloat micro, small and medium enterprises in the country. In line with the program also, Ebonyi State was allocated 6,606 slots for certificate registrations to create small business opportunities for entrepreneurs. Expressing gratitude to President Muhammadu Buhari for the initiative, which is an added advantage to the beneficiaries, Governor David Umahi urged Nigerians to begin to think outside the box rather than depending entirely on government.
Thank Mr. President and the Vice President for this initiative. Our country, Nigeria, is becoming very difficult. It's getting to the level that leaders are not asked to provide food, but they're asked to provide food.
It is expected that the program will impact positively on the lives of many, having motivated the beneficiaries. In Abakaliki, Chika Okorie, NTA News.
As of 16 August 2021, The Nigeria Center for Disease Control confirmed 584 new cases of coronavirus in Nigeria. Data shows that Lagos recorded the highest number of 201, followed by Rivers with 149, Federal Capital Territory 82, Ondo 73, Ekiti 17, and Cross River State with 13 cases. Others shows that Oyo has 11 cases, Ogun 9, Delta and Osun has 8 cases each, Bayelsa 4, Kaduna 4, Kano 2, Kwara 2, while Sokoto has 1 case. The total confirmed cases of the pandemic in the country stands at 183,087, with 167,310 persons discharged, while 2,223 deaths have been recorded so far. The Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission is partnering Voice of Nigeria in a public-private partnership as a mechanism to enhance infrastructural development in the country. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday was there and now reports.
Records from the National Infrastructure Development Master Plan shows that Nigeria requires about $3 trillion to bridge the infrastructure deficit in the country over the next 30 years. It is in line with the mandate of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, ICRC, that the management is partnering with Voice of Nigeria in advocacy for Nigerians to embrace the public-private partnership for the growth of the nation's economy.
ICRC in April gazetted 51 projects worth over $17 billion in total. This list contained the project from different economic sectors.
Director General, Voice of Nigeria, Osita Okechukwu, said the focus on infrastructural development by the present administration will help the nation's population growth.
Because when Mr. President paid emphasis to infrastructure, a lot of people started saying no. But when they get back to their villages or homes, they will see that those roads that decayed over the years, Mr. President had paid attention in putting the little fund that came his way in trying to return our infrastructure on rail, roads, and agriculture.
Mr. Michael Ohiani also spoke on the development in the oil and gas sector.
We are currently working with NNPC so that there will be free flow of oil to the refinery. That will minimize transportation of crude on the road.
Addressing Nigeria's physical infrastructure deficits, which hampers economic development, is the core mandate of the Commission. Adebola, Brooklyn Sunday.
You are still watching Nta Calabar News at 7. You can watch this newscast on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Nta Calabar. We'll take a break for now and more news when we return. Stay with us.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting. Because it's Nta Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on Nta Calabar News, showing at this times 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. Nta Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. Leveraging on the current fight against insecurity and other social vices, some residents in Calabar are frowning at the resurfacing of commercial motorcyclists, popularly called Okada riders, who are known for defying extant laws and aiding the increase of crimes. There are concerns from some quarters on whether the ban on the operations of Okada is still in force, and if in force, who are these set of persons? Correspondent Benny Achibong was on major roads in Calabar South and municipality to seek answers to some questions surrounding the issue and came back with this report.
The ban on the operations of Okada riders became effective due to increasing wave of social vices and levels of insecurity unleashed on the citizenry at the time. From daylight robbery, movement of arms and ammunition to reckless caution while on the road, and incessant road crashes were some of the reasons for its ban. Commuters and other road users describe Okada riders as persons who violate road traffic regulations while applauding the ban of its operations.
They should allow bikes to drive in where that there is no transparent. The tricycle should drive, but they should exchange the coffee from 6 to like 8 for us.
Government of the state have not really give a good approach to it, so that these guys should be evacuated from the road. One of the approaches they should do, they should make sure that they make a provision for them, understand, so that they can have something to substitute. So when they don't have anything doing, they keep riding the bike on the street, and this causes social problem.
Okada riders lifted. Okada riders are very reckless, they are insulting, and we fear for our lives and properties.
Speaking of Okada riders, to me, I would say I haven't seen anyone as unknown as Okada riders.
The commercial motorbike operators, who on their part disagrees with the description, however, speak on the good side of their operations.
Don't have anything doing again in this town, and even the government promised to bring the KK or maybe minibus, it will not be enough for most of Okada people. It will not reach us.
All of us know that government are banned by inclusive basketball. We are doing a work because there is no job. But we cannot go and steal. That's why we are managing this.
Some Okada passengers say unemployment is one of the key factors for return of the business.
So they should be encouraged, because right now in our country, there is no more job for the youth. And many of the youth that want to support their family.
It's good for bike to operate because many people don't get work again. And this is the thing where some people, they use the manage with their family.
If bike is what they can afford.
Given the state of economic shocks and rising inflationary trends, residents in Calabar are calling for measures to stem excesses of this group while appealing for stringent measures to ensure compliance of the extant law and check increasing levels of insecurity. In Calabar, Benia Chibom, NTA News.
Residents of Makadi, the Benue State capital, have decried the destruction of property worth millions of naira caused by the heavy downpour all through the night to Monday morning. Sandra Duwuse Akeme reports that the flood has taken over most parts of the metropolis.
The rain is a form of blessing to the earth as it wets the land for crop production. It also serves as a source of water to mankind, but when it becomes too much, disaster follows. That was what could be said of a night rain in Makudi that lasted all through the day, that caused damages to many residents, as several families have been forced to evacuate from their homes. Mostly affected are the Georgia Kume Way, close to TIU Junction, Vertex Schools at Ishaya Bakut Road, BIPC quarters in Nyima. Most of the buildings were submerged by flood. Rice farms, block industry, and other business outlets were not spared. Areas include Achusa, Genabe community behind welfare quarters, as well as George's quarters.
10 to 15 trips of sand has washed away. Laterite, about 7 trips of laterite. There were blocks on ground.
I stay here for 10 years, and this is the highest level that we experience this water. And it wiped the whole of my building. I've just weathered and all my properties I've just destroyed. Look at my bed and my chairs and all the things, the souvenirs people give me on my wedding day, all of them just wiped away with because of the flooding.
They called on relevant authorities to expand drainage systems across the metropolis.
So there is need for our state government to come because, as you can know, we are here working for the government. And we believe that government should also come to our aid whenever we have a challenge like this.
Others who were apprehensive of what the next rain might cause were seen moving out their property. In Makudi, Sandra Dowesi Akeme, NTA News.
As Cross River State strives to maintain its status as the cleanest state in Nigeria, the problem of indiscriminate waste dumping at roadsides, bus stops and other unauthorized spots around the city of Calabar, especially with the rain at its peak, has continued to be an issue of concern due to its effect and quality on urban life. Residents of Calabar are therefore appealing for sanitation laws to check these excesses to avoid improper waste disposal. Cross River State, which is known as a tourism destination, is striving to maintain its status as the cleanest state in Nigeria. To this end, daily cleaning of streets and constant refuse disposal from strategic points are routines. Although some areas within the city are clean, but some household waste have found their way back on the streets as some people dump refuse into gutters and other available spots. These residents say is capable of severely endangering public health and damaging the environment.
It affects us in a way that most of us will get disgusted by the mess sight of it. And if you go down there, you can see that some of the refuse that is being dumped there is sitting up to the road and sometimes causes traffic hold up.
What I see is that the act is not good. Dumping refuse on the roadside is not good. I think they should just, I know they have produced waste bin, but yet people are still dumping refuse on the roadside, which is not good.
Then the whole thing fall on the government. Because if government have given somebody around the refuse, and they know them to control the place, so that anybody bringing the thing should put inside the bin rather than putting on the ground.
For others, establishment of environmental sanitation laws with severe punishment to offenders will help keep the city clean.
What I think government should do is that they should impose more laws on indiscriminate refuse dumping. Like, let the punishment be more severe.
So if any good patriotic citizen of the country is supposed to know what to do, because we are all educated on how to dispose our units, how we can throw things in the disposal unit. So anybody that throw it on the ground, I don't know if government can implement a task force that will be monitoring those who drop it, they pick them up.
Research shows that a clean environment is determined by the attitude of people, hence the need for all and sundry to properly dispose their waste. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News. President Muhammadu Buhari condoles with the family of former Deputy Senate President Ibrahim Mantu, joining the government and people of Plateau State in mourning the passing of the renowned politician. President Buhari commiserates with leaders and members of the National Assembly, friends and political associates of the former Deputy Senate President, who dedicated most of his life serving his people. The President prayed for the repose of the soul of the departed, believing his legacy of reconciliation and promotion of peaceful coexistence will always be remembered, especially in bringing more harmony in his state and the country at large. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party is heartbroken over the death of one of its leading elders, a member of its board of trustees and former deputy president of the Senate, Senator Ibrahim Nazir Mantu. A statement from the party spokesperson says the party is indeed devastated over this huge tragedy, which has befallen not only the PDP but the entire nation. The PDP recalls the incalculable contributions of Senator Mantu, who brought his love for the nation as well as his skills to bear in the Senate, where he served as chairman, Senate Committee on Information, as well as the Deputy Senate President. As the Deputy Senate President, Senator Mantu played key roles in stabilizing the Senate for greater legislative productivity. While as the chairman of Joint National Assembly Constitution Review Committee from 2001 to 2003 and from 2003 to 2007, he laid the strong foundation for successful reviews of the Constitution to reflect the aspiration of Nigerians. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Nigerians have trailed their signing of the Petroleum Industry Bill into law and passed votes of confidence on President Muhammadu Buhari. Plans to bring an end to security challenges in Nigeria to be formulated as President Buhari this Thursday meets with security chiefs. It was also in the news that enhancing infrastructural development in Nigeria, Voice of Nigeria to Partner Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. That is the package for this evening. Thanks for watching. Good night.